Everything else is just noise. Like that stuff can like come and go into my life. Maybe I'll be rich. Maybe I'll be poor. Maybe I'll be a monk. Maybe I won't. Like, I don't know.
Knows?
Right. I'm going to follow like an intuitive response because I'm going to be quiet enough to listen to what comes to me. And then the rest of my time is just spent attempting to connect deeply with someone else. And that's it. That's it. That's what I feel like I'm here to do. Yeah. And then have fun.
Yeah.
You know? Have fun because I'm like, okay, you know, if I'm not going to make the leap and, you know, commit fully to monkhood, which means because I've thought about that a lot. I've thought about like, then, okay, Janelle, like, why not just become a monk? You know, I feel like I have the capacity to do it. And I know where it could take me. But I also think that there are a lot of people in the world where like I could go do that, which could, yes, be very valuable and very beneficial, could also deeply alienate me from a lot of people who, when I think about, okay, so then why did this knowledge unlock inside of me, a white girl from Canada, you know?
Yeah.
And it's because there's people who look like me, who are living their life the way I was living my life, who, if I just was a monk, that's too far. That's too much of a disparity between how they're living their life now and the way I'm living my life. Instead, being in the trenches with people, being on my knees, you know, you can like get in with someone and they're like, okay, it doesn't seem so far off. You know, she's still like, puts on makeup and, you know, shops and,
yeah,
you know,
you're relatable.
Yeah, more relatable. But there's something else, you know, why is she happy? Why does she not care about if this stuff goes away, you know? And that is, I think, very effective. That's why I do think that like we're in the midst of like a massive awakening across the world, because for a long time, a lot of this information, which I think it needed to happen the way it did when you look at like the evolution of human beings, did exist in, you know, smaller, more like tight-knit groups. But as our world has become so intermixed and as our Western culture has like evolved the way it has, we're so disconnected. And so there's more and more people that this like wisdom is being unlocked in. And it's not enough to just be like, oh, well, I'm just going to go run away and like live in a commune and, you know, go be like happily selfish with my knowledge because I don't need anything to be happy. And instead I will stay and, you know, like play the game, play along, play along. And then the scary part is that like, I thought to myself, okay, so if I just play the game, you know, pretend to give a shit about the things that other people give a shit about, like, you know, like make money, like pay bills, whatever, not go live in a monastery. It's purely playing a game, but it's not. As soon as you let that energy into your life, like my agreement to play means that I too now still have to face the regular battles because I'm allowing that energy to come into my life. So, so then that forces me to stay in check. It's not like, you know, you meditate, you have these like massive awakenings, these massive realizations, and then you're good. It's like, I can tell because I'm playing the game, this Western world game, that if I let myself get away from my practices for too long, I'll start to get confused. My ego will start to show up more heavily, more strongly. I'll start like taking actions for stuff that I'm like, what the fuck am I doing? Like, I already know I don't care about this. Like, why am I pursuing it? And so that's where I'm like, oh my God, no, you have to so be on top of it. You have to be like committed to your growth and committed to your practices that keep you grounded and centered and clear.